By the way, all the music today on today's show is by the Assistants. But we're here with Johan Boswinkel. Now we're going to try to summarize everything that we've learned here today, talking about how symptoms are mechanisms for preserving our health and our bodies. So
as a summary, Johan, maybe you could just, as a top line, go through what we've discussed, which is, first of all, defining why symptoms occur and their function.
Well, symptoms, we attract symptoms to indicate that there is something wrong in our body. And then the symptom is supposed to be the pointer that points to the cause.
And that in our thinking, then it's turning it around, that it's actually a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
it's a warning sign.
Yeah, it's a warning.
And it can be an alert.
An alert is a warning. I mean, it's a wake-up call.
And then if we don't, listen to it, the message can get stronger.
Well, I mean,
and
same like
stronger.
if you have an alarm clock, if you ignore it, it goes louder. It stops for a while, and then it comes twice as loud.
And you use the example of the police car.
Yeah, I use your example of the police car with this flashing lights.
Yeah.
The flashing lights, that's a symptom. But the police car is a problem.
Yeah. And getting covering up those symptoms with medication, that's just like hitting the snooze button.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also the example of the flies on the garbage. Just because you remove the flies doesn't deal with the problem of the garbage sitting there.
No.
And the flies keep coming
The flies
back.
are the problem.
Yeah.
And the garbage is not, but the garbage attracts the flies. I mean, you always have to look, what is attracting what?
Yes. Yeah.
And there's always a problem that attracts another problem.
Yes.
And the other problem then becomes a symptom.
Yes, so that leads us to you helping us understand the center of discrimination being the pituitary. So could you talk about that a bit?
Well, the pituitary gland has to discriminate what's right and what's wrong in the body. And it has all the other glands to support it. Because the pituitary gland can discriminate, can decide that is wrong, but then it needs to be able to give instructions to the other glands, and the other glands give instructions to the rest of the body to heal the problem. But if this system doesn't work, nothing is going to happen.
And that's when you led us to understand the word tolerate, which in our society we tend to think is a good thing, and yet really
No,
for our body it's not a good
It's
thing.
not a good thing at all. It can't tolerate, and it must discriminate.
And then if you could give us a personal example of how this is a truly self-preserving mechanism, what we could see even in your affiliation with this light therapy for so long, that even as you go deeper into it, light keeps coming to you and expanding, and that you've even had some light put on something that otherwise has been there for a very long time.
I've seen a particular problem in my life. Every couple of years, it came back, and I had traced it back. So, well, it's probably this event in 1960 that happened, but I felt there had to be something before, but I couldn't see what until a couple of months ago, when I was actually drawing what I always did. And then it suddenly occurred to me, I said, that is a problem. And from that moment it's gone.
And can you say the role that the Shiren played in helping you get the light on that
Well,
issue?
if you every time you can neutralize an issue, then part of the mask or part of your memory loss disappears too. And then more and more memories come up because they can go, it's like you put a layer of asphalt on something, everything is well and truly underneath. But if there is an issue underneath, a piece of grass, it grows right through the asphalt. Because it's always, everything searches the light.
And that's what the Chi-Ren machine operates on.
Oh, yeah. That's what it helps to uncover all kind of issues, emotional, mental, physical, and everything like that. And we uncover them, and we can neutralize them until at one point the whole asphalt is gone.
Yes. Which is why I think your story, your personal story, is so profound, because you have been dealing with this for 28 years. And to have an issue of finding a home for
Yeah.
yourself
Yes.
is very profound, because it makes me think of the visual of a light in a window and someone finding their way home by the light.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could just speak a bit about the home, and you also mentioned the fear of abandonment, which some people often would find a very difficult thing to narrow in and focus on.
Yeah, I mean, I had the experience that when I was 2 years old. We moved away. We lived with my grandmother, and we moved only 500 meters away. So that was not a big issue, the distance. But for me, it was loss of my home and loss of my grandmother, and at the same time, same 2 months, my grandfather died, my sister was born, all in the same 3 months.
So a lot to deal with.
A lot of abandonment.
and process. Yes.
So, I mean, that was the real issue. But I mean, I only found out a couple of months ago, when I'm almost 60, so 58 years, this home problem has been bothering me. You know what I mean? From 1960 onwards, I was never home again, because it was not my home. In 1952, we moved only 500 meters away. But in 1960, we moved a few kilometers away. And in the period from 1952 to 1960, every day from school, my walk from school to home, I always walked past my grandmother. I spent there every afternoon.
And the feelings that all come with that
Yeah,
are very
yeah.
profound. Yeah.
Okay, so it's almost like I'm hearing that it's that maybe all problems are actually symptoms, and if it's not a medical problem, if it's an emotional problem, it's really a symptom of
Pointing.
something else.
Yeah, I mean,
some other-
like me, I mean, if you move every couple of years, then you have really a problem, and the problem is a symptom of something else, and you always have to look at what's underneath, and you have to keep asking why.
So to that point, in the future, when you get this feeling of I need to move, you can look at where that's coming from
Yeah,
and go deeper and deeper.
yeah. But now I can find my own home,
Yes.
and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe a couple of the things we can really take away from here today, I'm thinking, is that, don't make the mistake of thinking that symptoms are the disease.
No,
Look at them as warning signs that are trying to help you, and then try to figure out what the underlying real problem is, the real disease. And of course, the Qi-Ren instrument can do that all in about 20 minutes. Right,
Well,
Johan?
well, it depends how much experience a therapist has.
Right.
I can do things a lot faster than
Yeah.
people at the course now.
and being a practitioner with the Qi-Ren is like being a musician. You know, a lot of people can play the trumpet, but some people play it better than others.
Yeah, it's
So,
better practice.
Right.
Stradivarius.
Yeah. And you're teaching people in Toronto right now how to play that instrument, the Qi-Ren.
Yes.
But people who are maybe they just got some symptoms and they want to take care of their health, maybe the best thing they can do is go see a Qi-Ren practitioner.
Yes, absolutely.
And where can people go to get that information?
On our website, www.biontology.com,
All right.
and people can also find information there about the courses and all kind of.
Okay, so if they want to be a practitioner, they can get information there. If
Yeah.
they want to just,
To find a therapist,
They can do that there too.
But in Canada, at the moment, there's still only one, but soon we'll have 5.
okay, great. And in Canada, I think it's meridianenergies.com
Paul
Yes.
McDonald.
Paul
is the,
McDonald.
Yeah.
therapist.
here in Toronto. Okay, Johan, thanks. Great
You're
to see you
welcome.
here in person. And I guess we'll be doing this again next week. I don't know where you're going to be next week, Johan,
Next week, Thursday, I'm gonna be in Norway.
see, it's just like that. It's just like that movie. If it's Thursday, it must be in Norway. Okay.
Because the week after I'll be in Holland, and it will still be Thursday.
And hopefully in your new home.
No, I think I'll get there.
Have something
1st
resolved.
of November. I don't think I can get in there earlier than that.
Okay.
Intentionally.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Well, thanks, Johan. Thanks, Nikki Hayes.
Oh, my
We'll see you
pleasure.
all next week right here on thatchannel.com for more How the Body Really Works. See you then.
In my dreams, there's a melody that won't let me sleep. It's a joke, and it writes itself so wrong I awoke, and it waits